to my channel. Today's quick little video is going to be my TBR for the Asian Readathon, hosted by Cindy from the channel with Cindy. This is my first time officially participating in the Readathon. I will have the links to Cindy's announcement video, the Google Doc with all of the prompts and information listed in the description box below. There's a link to the prompts and book lists through Storygraph. Part of the Readathon is drawing attention to a lot of fundraisers that are currently going on. So even if you don't plan to participate in the Readathon, please check out that Google Doc. There's a lot of great resources in there that should be relevant beyond just the Readathon. Let's see. Anything else? I'm super drawn to this Readathon because the prompts are super easy and I really appreciate that. I have this ongoing thought of the challenge with a lot of like readathons is the prompts will get super specific, which is really geared towards people who own a lot of books, whether like they are physical books or they are like Kindle copies or whatever, because you have so many options and you're trying to narrow it down. And that doesn't really suit someone who like owns, 30 unread books of various genres and authors and stuff. And I'm like, cool, I can't fill most of these prompts unless I borrow something from my library, and everything I want to read from my library has a 2-month waiting list. So it makes it feel like it's challenging to participate in the readathons, but really it's like screw their rules. If you want to participate, find a way to participate. Like if participating means you fill one prompt, that counts. If you want to like fulfill the prompts outside of the dates of the readathon, that counts. So anyway, but all that to say, I really appreciate that Cindy makes the prompts super easy, so it can feel low pressure and really accessible. So the prompts are 1. Read any book written by an Asian author. Prompt 2. Read any book featuring an Asian protagonist. Book 3. Read any book written by an Asian author in your favorite genre. Book 4. Read any nonfiction book written by an Asian author. Prompt 5. Read any book written by an Asian author that's not US centric. The challenges can be combined. The twist, the like kind of additional overarching prompt for all of them is, let's see, she says, you can combine challenges and read in any order. However, each book you read should feature a character or author of a different Asian ethnicity. This is to encourage cultural diversity. So with that, the books I have chosen, and there will probably be more. I will probably read more than what all is on this list, but this is just like hitting the prompts, the stuff that's like already available for my library or I already have a copy of. So for the first prompt, I have The Bride Test by Helen Huang. This is a romance written by an Asian author. So this is definitely going to be a priority this month. Prompt number 2. And the author is of Vietnamese heritage. Prompt number 2, I have Haroon and the Sea of Stories by Salman Rushdie. This author is of Indian heritage. This is a reread for me, and I just filmed my Amnesia Reads video, which is my title I have given to books I want to reread because I don't remember shit about them. So this is Salman Rushdie's YA book. I would like to reread this, and hurrah. Prompt number 3, I have already finished. I'm filming this, on the 4th? On the 5th. That is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang, who is of Chinese heritage. This is the second book in the Poppy War series. I didn't mean to have already finished this, but I did an oopsie with borrowing this book from my library. I accidentally messed with the borrow time setting, so usually it defaults to 21 days, but somehow I bumped something when I was approving the loan, and I only checked it out for 7 days, so suddenly I get a notification that your loan's going to expire in like 3 days, and you haven't even started this book. So I already finished it. But hurrah. Anyway, fantasy, yeah, I would say that's my favorite genre. It's definitely my most read genre, so great. All right, and then for prompt number 4, this is the book. Hold on, let me get the full title. For prompt number 4, I have I Hope We Choose Love, A Trans Girl's Notes from the End of the World by Kai Chen Tom. I don't actually know this author's heritage. I have kind of looked around like on her website and like in articles where she's interviewed, and she doesn't mention specifically which heritage she is, which if she doesn't want that to be a filter that people view her work through, or like her relationship with her heritage is complicated or whatever reason, it's not, if she doesn't want to make it my business, it's not my business. If in reading this book, I think it's like part memoir, part more personal essays, if in reading it she does end up talking about her heritage, then I will revisit it when I do my wrap up, but at this moment I don't know what heritage she is. If I knew more about Asian naming conventions, I might be able to make an educated guess based on her name, but I am unable to do that, so great. Let's see, so that's 4 prompts. Wait, there's 5 prompts. I thought I was prepared. I am not. Oh, read any book written by an Asian author that's not US centric. So then I've got this other one that I am already a third of the way through. This is People Power, an eyewitness history about the Philippine Revolution of 1986. So this is dealing with the Philippines. This one has quite a few authors because it's a lot of interviews, letters, news articles of own voices recounting of the events leading up to and the revolution of 1986 that overthrew the Marcos regime. So there's that. And then a couple of other ones I would like to get through. I've had on my shelf for a while, The Kitchen God's Wife by Amy Tan, who is a Chinese heritage. So this is the author of The Joy Luck Club, which I think is her most famous book. But anyway, this is one of the older books on my physical TBR, so nice to have a little bit of urging to pick it up and get through it and decide whether I like her writing. And then I also have on hold from my library Dragon Pearl by Yoon-Ha Lee, who is of Korean descent. I've seen a lot of people talking about Yoon-Ha Lee's fantasy and sci-fi works, and I haven't read anything by them. So, I'm going to try and get through some of these other books, and hopefully get to that one this month. And then towards the end of the month, depending on what other books have caught my attention or what else I want to prioritize, but I might get to The Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty, which is a fantasy based on Middle Eastern and Indian mythology. I kind of wanted to space out reading that series because I know like all 3 books in the Devabad trilogy are published, but I own the first 2 books in paperback, and the paperback for the 3rd one comes out in July, I believe. So I was kind of trying to space it out so that I didn't just read the first 2 back to back and then have to wait 4 months for the paperback of the last one. I mean, I suppose I could like just check it out and read it, but if I read it towards the end of this month, I will kind of have like read the first book 2 months, the second book, and then in 2 months I will be able to acquire the 3rd book. So that one's not a priority, but I might I might get to that one, and that one is another one that would fit quite a few of the prompts on this list. Anyway, that is all. Please let me know, are you participating in the readathon? What are you reading? Have Have you read any of these books? Have you enjoyed them? Let me know. And then if you're curious about my thoughts of any of these books, keep your eye out for my May wrap-up that'll come out in several weeks. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day. I encourage you to go out into the world and be curious. I will catch you folks in my next video. Bye!